not about you. It's about the shoes.
So we are back.
Hey, what's up?
Another rotation vid. This is the third one. This is the 25th through the 31st of January. It's crazy. As soon as I decided to start doing these, the weather just went to crap. But anyway, it's all right. So Sunday, the 25th was really bad here. I was actually supposed to work, but our store was closed because of the weather. So I was in the house. I didn't go outside or anything. But for Sunday, this is the shoe I wore. These Craig Jones from Friday house shoes that I've had.
What's up?
Good morning. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, I have a pamphlet for that. Well, fuck you. Head dead motherfucker. Come on, sister.
House
Come on,
shoes
sister.
that I've had probably since 2014-ish. I've had these for a really, really long time. It's probably time for a new pair, but I'm not a big house shoe or slipper guy. Okay, so for Monday, I did actually go outside. I broke out these. These are the Timberland Pro Endurance Steel Toe Work Boot. I've had these for some years. You can see they've been worn and loved, and I did not clean them off. Probably like I should have before shooting this video, but I kind of like the way they look all, rugged like this, But yeah, these are a whole nother level of Timberland. Got the steel toe boot. Yeah, I love these. I thrifted these, I want to say in 2021. Boots like this remind me of when I worked for the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. Because this would be included in the what we call PPE.
Hey, what's up?
But yeah, I love these. When I thrifted these, still got the Goodwill tags on the inside. I believe these were $15 when I got them. If they were in the Goodwill now, they might be $30 or $40. But yeah, I had to grab these. These were the work boots I always wanted when I actually had a job where I needed them. All right, so Tuesday kind of sucked because I was supposed to come up to Cleveland because I was planning to see the Lakers and the Cavs play each other, but my tickets fell through, my flight fell through, it just was all bad. So I ended up not going. And then on top of that, one of my coworkers was not able to come in, so I was called. So I just decided to wear probably my favorite Converse to wear, which are these. These are the Converse Rick Owens Turbo Weapons. These are from 2023 in the Larry Bird black and white color. This shoe is very similar to what Rick Owens did when he was with Adidas, when he took the Adidas Pro model, which is the high top shell toe, and made it into the Adidas Mastodon, which is basically an exaggerated shell toe with a thicker bottom. And now he's done the same thing with the Converse Weapon. Now, if you've been following this page, especially in the years that I've been working for Converse, you know how much I love the Converse Weapon. And any kind of variation of it, I have to have. So I had to have these when they came out. It's hard to believe that they're almost 2 years. Well, they're 2 years old now, and I've worn them probably more than any other Converse that I have since I got these. I've worn these more than the regular Larry Birds that they came out with in 2024. The Varvatos, the early 2000s Larry Bird, the Evos, the Poor Man. This is the one that I wear the most. You see, it's got really, really good leather. It is a little dirty from, the elements. And it's to a point now where I don't even really clean any of this anymore. It's got, actually got a scuff on it. Might need to get another pair now. Nah, but with the aesthetic of these are supposed to kind of be beat. So, I'm going to continue to wear these. I wouldn't mind having a double up of these, though. I do have the all black one with the cream as well. That one probably should be the one to be beat up, and this one should be preserved, but what are you going to do? All right, and then for Wednesday, we broke out another older boot that I've had for a really long time, which is these Doc Martin 1406 Smooth. I bought these in 2013 when I was the store manager of Next. Next is now nationally known as Exhibition, but Next Tower City. We were selling Docs at the time, and I got a few pairs. Now these haven't been worn a lot. They still got the Doc Martens logo on the inside, but they've been worn enough to where they don't have that initial discomfort you get when you're trying to break in a pair of Docs. So, and honestly, I've lived in North Carolina since 2020. This is probably the first time I've worn these since I lived in Cleveland. Now, they've got scuffing and scratching. They're probably dirty from the elements. You still got a couple of scuffs here, but I love these. I need a black pair. I'm ashamed to say, with the multiple pairs of Docs I have, I've never had the black version of these. So, and they're a lot more expensive now than they were. When I bought these, I feel like these were only maybe $120, $130. Now they're like $180. And I do find them thrifting every now and then, but they're always a 10 or an 11. In this specific boot, I have to have a 12. I have to have a 12. Even the 11 feels a little too snug around these parts. So, and I'm sure Doc Martens probably makes widths, but that sounds like that's going to cost even more. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to find a pair of these in black with the yellow stitching at a Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate if I'm in Cleveland, Avalon Exchange if I'm in, Philly, Buffalo Exchange. Maybe I'll get lucky and find. So, all right, for Thursday, we wore the all black Timberland 6-inch premium. These were actually a thrift find some years ago. Definitely since I've lived in North Carolina, I never had a pair of black Tims when I was in Cleveland. Now my Super Tims are black, and I think I might have some black Euro Hikers or Euro Trekkers, but I never had a black 6-inch. As many stores as I've worked at and ran where we sold these, I never bought these. Now this pair is super dusty, as you see, but they're black Tims. Like, I really want to say I found these in 2020 or 2021, and this is the first time I've worn them. So I'm always going to think wheat or brown first, but I think I never bought these just because my Super Tims are black. So, Super Tim 40 below. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. But anyway, I did wear these on Thursday. All right, so we are back. All right, now on Friday, we broke out another pair of Docs. We broke out these. These are the Doc Martens Gideon boot. This is in the Greenland colorway. I've had these since 2013 when I was running the Next in Tower City. I love these boots. Now this is another one. I don't think that I've worn these since I've lived in North Carolina. But being honest, it's never snowed like it's snowed this past few days in North Carolina. So did break these out. They did well. I've had these again for so long that they are broken in where they don't hurt my feet. See, you got the air wear. Let me just say underneath here with bouncing soles. yeah, these are great. These are definitely some of my favorite boots. And, you know, I've added a couple of scuffs on them, but this is how they looked coming out the box. So I haven't really messed up how they look too bad. Again, it's scratches and stuff on them, but these are made to last. All right, and lastly, for Saturday, yesterday, it was insane. You know, we got 4 to 5 inches, which, again, being from Cleveland, that's really nothing. But, again, being here in Greensboro, they're not prepared or used to that kind of snowfall. So the streets look crazy. It's, excuse me, it's tough to drive. They don't have snow plows or salt trucks down here. So we're literally just waiting for the snow and the ice to melt. So definitely broke out these. These are the 40 Belows, the Super Tims, Super Boot, whatever you want to call it. I've had this pair of Timberlands since 2001. I was 21 when I bought these. They've got the metal tree. It's also a metal tree right here. These are replacement laces. The original laces were just like these, but they were black and gray instead of this OG boot lace. Again, for me to have worn them as much as I have through bad weather and stuff, they don't really have many scuffs or scratches up front. The sole is still intact. There's no separation. Again, these are 25 years old. You know, I love these. Again, 25 years. I don't really even have a lot of my older stuff like this in this apartment, but these are here, and I'm glad that we're here yesterday. So that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Make sure and like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you already aren't, at ShortyC94, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.